Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Stafford on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's a gain of...
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, this one's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49. a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
46-yard line.
On play action, Cousins gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Complete.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On first and goal, Gurley. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fit?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
45-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On the carry, it's Cook. And we're working across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First down, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
First and 10, Cousins. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but now it'll be third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Anthony Barr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 1st down. Here's Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Todd Gurley. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try by Bailey.
Point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Vikings 17. Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1. Completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Detroit.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Cousins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Minnesota.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Stafford over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Stafford on third down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Stafford looks to throw again. Looking deep now for Amendola. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford. That'll be complete to Cook. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. So they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Vikings 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. This is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So it's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another carry now for Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. He's got a first down, then some inside the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Gain of a yard.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Vikings, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they wanted desperately to finish at .500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.